Welcome back. This is where we stopped in the last video. So let's go back into pages, and I want to see if we can delete a page here. We can delete that because it is a home page. I will save. Let's see if we can delete it now. We still can't. Let me change this into the home page. Back into pages. Set as home page. And I want to call it welcome. Let's see if we can delete it now. Yes. So you can delete it once you set another page as the home page. So let's see which elements we don't need here, and we can just remove them, like this one. We don't need this. We're going to delete it. Delete. About, here we can have about. Contact, you can delete any of this if you don't want any of them. Products, we probably won't need this section, so I'll remove this section. Testimonials, yeah, we can leave that for now. Subscriber, we can leave them for now. If there's anything we need to remove, we're going to remove them. So any of the sections that I've deleted, I can come back here under sections. If I scroll down, you can see I've removed one section. So any of these sections, if you don't want them, you can always remove them. So for this, first off, let us change this color back to white, and it keeps going back to black. Let me delete this. And I can add this into the featured section. And once you add that, you can change the style of the image. So this is an image that has text. You can change the style. So if I want it to be something like this, I can do that. And I'm going to browse and add an image. So I'll add an image there. So this will be on this side. And then we want the text to be on this side. So let me go into content, and I want to make this my home page, and I'll say so this will be like a header. I can increase the size all the way. Let's see 48, how big that's gonna be, and then we make it bold. And we can push it down. So I want this to be a subheading of this, and I will increase the size 30. And we want it to be slightly gray as compared to this. So if you want to change the font, come there. I can add a paragraph down here just to introduce people to Arnold. And then I can save and close. Here would be a really nice place to add a button. But unfortunately, right now in Mailchimp, there's no way for you to add a button directly on this. Like if I bring this button here, I can put it there. If you know CSS, then you can do it. And I personally can do it, but I don't want to complicate this tutorial. I can add the button here, and then just to give you an overview of how you can do something like that, I will add the button there. And I will click on the button. I can change the style of the button. Let's position it to the left. Oh, that's the box shadow. We want to position this. Align it to the left. And what I can do in this case, I can use CSS to just bring it up here. Unfortunately, I don't want to complicate the course for you. Another alternative is we can just use text. Maybe the guy has a portfolio, so we can say, check out my portfolio here. We can increase the font of this, 24, make it bold, and you can add a link. And then insert the link. So things like this are very easy for someone like me because I can just use CSS to edit this. So if you want to use CSS to edit something like this, you'd come in here, and here you see you can add CSS, but I don't want to do this right now because it's going to complicate things, and I don't want to complicate this for you, especially if you don't know HTML and CSS. You can add CSS, you can edit this element right there. So let me just edit the M so that you can see what I mean. And if I edit it, you can edit it, and in the same way you can add CSS. And the beautiful thing is we already have CSS that has been added here. So if you know CSS, you can just add something here. So since this looks bad here, what you can do is you can use an image for this bit. And I'm going to go offline for a moment, and I'm going to create a check my portfolio image. And then I'm going to add it here, and it's going to look much better than it does now. So I've just created a simple item that looks like a button here, and this is in GIMP. GIMP is a free image editing software. So I can remove this, and let's just add the image. I will upload an image. And I can click on it, click on insert, and I can reduce it down to maybe 220 and keep proportion so that it doesn't lose aspect ratio. And you can link to a URL right here. So let's say you want to link to another website, and I will just link to example.com. So of course you're going to need to link to wherever your portfolio is, or wherever you're linking to. Maybe you're linking to contact me, you're linking to about me, services, and so much more. If you want it to open in a new window, check that, and I'll just save and insert. And now you can see it's much better than what it was initially. So you can add more spacing between all these elements if that's an issue for you. That's the top part. Somebody comes in, that's what they're going to see. So here you're probably going to have your own image, and even in the background you can also have a background image. And let me just do this as a sample, but I'm going to remove it. You can add a background image if that's something that you want to work with. And if you want to remove the background image, just hover once again and click on clear. So you can use a background image if you want to. If that's something that's very, very important for you, you can use a background image. Now let's see what we can add on these other parts. And here you can add an image. Just click there to add the image that you want to add, and I'll click replace to add another image, and I will just use some of the images which are already here. But of course for you, you have to go according to your branding, whatever it is you want to portray here, your about, whether it's services, you want to portray your different services, you can do that here. Contact, maybe you want to change the contact there, go ahead and change the contact. And then the contact, you can link to an address. Maybe you have a form somewhere else, so you're using Google Forms, you can add that there. Here under contact, let's see if we can add a small WhatsApp icon so that if people are on mobile, they can click on the WhatsApp icon and it's going to open up WhatsApp. That's something you can do as well. And in the next video, let's see how you can do something like that. So I will see you next time in the next video.